The course syllabus for our finite class can be found in our Canvas shell right here, the Math 111 Section 61 syllabus. You can open up that tab, and if you click on the little magnifying glass, it will actually open it right there, or you can download it if you so choose. But I'm going to go through it quickly by just bringing it up here in this window. So this is the spring 2021 semester. My name is Carrie, and that is fine if you refer to me by my first name. I'm totally comfortable with that. You definitely want to have my email address available. That is your number one lifeline to me. My office hours for this spring semester are Monday, Wednesday from 9:30 to 11 a.m. and Tuesday, Thursday from 10 to 11. If any change needs to be made to those on the fly, I will let you know via email or announcement. There's a link to my Zoom office hours here. There's also an office hours page where you can find the link. And again, my Zoom ID can either be my number or my name if you're logging in from somewhere and you want to just type that in instead of using the direct link. I'm not going to read through the descriptions and the placement information. I'm assuming you have been placed here correctly. You've signed up. You've been allowed in the course. Important information to get started is that we will be using Newton's Alta online program. So you can purchase that from Newton within our course, or you can purchase it through the bookstore, either way. The other required material for the course is some sort of graphing calculator. My instruction will be based on the TI 83 or 84 models. Those are the videos, that's the calculator type I will be using in emulator form in my provided videos. It's also the calculator that I will include in any supplemental chosen videos that I provide to you. And if I provide calculator step tutorials via Word documents or PDFs, it will all be referring back to these TI 83 or 84 calculators. If you want to use a different type of calculator, that's fine, but you will be on your own as far as searching online for the information on how to do those calculator steps. I do suggest, completely optional, but suggest a 3-ring binder, because if you're going to print off my provided note sheets and keep those and fill those in, and any other scratch work, note information you might take down while you're working on the Alta homework, while you're doing your quizzes, you always want to keep track, keep a physical copy of your work when you're doing math. So I think that a binder to keep track of all that is a good idea. These are all of the outcomes that we will be covering throughout the semester. The essential competencies for Heartland that we will hit are problem solving and critical thinking, and we will be using technology. There's the course outline for you to take a look at. It's the order that we're going to learn the different topics in. The grading scale is the standard 90, 80, 70, 60 scale. For us, homework is worth 15%, quizzes are worth 15%, you will have 4 module exams worth 50%, and a comprehensive final worth 20%. As far as your work and deadlines are concerned, everything is on a weekly basis, but it's open for just a little over a week. So homework opens on Saturday mornings and then is due just a little over a week later on a Sunday night. So you get an extra day on those, so you get about 8 days to submit your work. You have to submit your homework by the due date to receive full credit. You can submit homework late at a 10% penalty until the final due date of May 9th. That's right before final exams. Quizzes are also open from that Saturday to Sunday night rotation. Those you do have to submit by the due date for credit, and if you do not complete that, you do not get a makeup option on those. You just get a 0. You do get, though, 3 attempts on your quizzes, and only your highest score counts towards your final grade. So I suggest trying to get 1 quiz in by the weekend, and then use those other 2 attempts to improve upon that over the weekend if you have time. For exams, you are not allowed to use your notes, have another person help you, or use technology other than the approved items that I'm listing below. You may use any graphing calculator of your choosing. Again, I suggest the 8384. Formula sheets that are provided by me. So if I believe that you need a formula sheet for an exam, I will provide it for you. And my provided scratch paper. So on the exams, I will actually provide you with a template for your scratch work because there are problems that I want to see very specific steps, or I want to see it done in a certain way. And so you're going to be using my templates for the scratch work just to make sure that you show me everything that's necessary. Because of this online environment, some of our exams will be proctored via Zoom and other ones will not. So basically it breaks down into the Module 2 exam is like our midterm and it will be proctored via Zoom as well as the final exam. Modules 1, 3, and 4 will be taken on your own, on your honor, and submitted to me kind of on your own time during that week that it's open. I will let you read through some of this more important information here as we get there. What's important about all of the exams is that they're timed for 2 hours. They do have a required password that I will either send out or give in the Zoom session if it's a proctored test. The unproctored ones are available for 9 total days, so no extensions on those. No notes or outside help is allowed, and there will be further details given in the Canvas page about those. The proctored, the midterm, and the final will be 2 hours long. I give the password during that Zoom session. There will be 2 different dates to choose from on those. Those could change, but those are what I have planned for right now, a afternoon hour and a morning hour. And again, we will talk about this more when we get closer, but how when you're in your Zoom session, you'll set up your phone or your tablet so that it's basically your video feed watching so that I can watch you. Take your exam, I need to be able to see you, your computer screen, your paper, pencil, calculator, all of that stuff has to be in view. As far as academic integrity goes, you just don't want to mess around with getting caught in some kind of a situation that would violate academic integrity. And there's a link here to what we mean by that. Basically, it's cheating of any shape or form. Because if you do get caught in something that violates that, you could get withdrawn from the class and receive a failing grade. And that could have some really nasty effects in the future. So it's not something you want to mess around with. I have the same withdrawal policy as the entire campus, which is that if you miss more than 4 unexcused absences for our case, because that's the equivalent of 2 weeks of class, you can be withdrawn at any point up until the final day to withdraw. So midterm is a major checkpoint for that, but really it could be anywhere up to this April 9th date. In order to get your 2 points or your 2 attendance credits for the week, you have to at least complete half of your homework. So half or more of it completed would get you your attendance point for that. Less, you would get an absence. And you need to at least have 1 quiz attempt in by the end of the week. If you miss one of those, then you would get 1 absence for the week. If you missed both of those, you would get 2 absences, meaning that 4 absences could come in a 2-week time span. There's a list of important dates here for the spring semester, and there is a course calendar. This course calendar is given in multiple places in the course, but it gives a nice breakdown of the topics we're going to be covering during the different weeks, when all of the exams are coming up, which ones are proctored, when those are. So all those important dates are given here. I really, really recommend printing this off and sticking it in the front of your binder or sticking it on the wall near your workspace so that you can mark off the weeks as they go and really keep track of where you are in the course and what's coming up. The last bits of information here are, obviously this course is going to rely very heavily on technology, and to always have a backup plan for that. have a backup plan for what am I going to do if my Wi-Fi goes down? Can I hotspot my phone? Can I, go to my mom's house? What could I possibly do if I'm having trouble? And plan ahead is the biggest thing, in my opinion, for that, which is don't save everything to be done on the last day, because if something goes wrong on that last day, there's really not anything that I can do about that for you. And there's really not anything you can do for yourself at that point. But if you've planned ahead and you've been working on it consistently throughout the week, then hopefully you're done early and a last second problem is not going to affect you so bad. We're required to put this Zoom recording statement in our syllabi, but I do not plan to record any of our Zoom sessions, so this should not be anything that applies to our course specifically. And then incompletes, we would talk about that. If something happened in the middle of the semester to you specifically, then you and I would have a conversation about that. And again, the FERPA statement, everyone's required to talk about that as well, which is simply that I have to know that I'm talking to you. So you need to be communicating with me through normal Heartland channels with using you can speak, talk to me through Canvas because I'll know that it's you, or send me emails from your official Heartland email account, not some sort of outside email account.